And we're live. Hey guys, good evening and welcome to my exciting channel. We're discussing Mandela effects and of the like. Thank you for joining in. Welcome all Mandela effectians. So I'm joined tonight with Sandy, Teresa, and Esther. And we're going to be talking about some pretty heavy hitting Mandela effects. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
When are
Good
they
ones.
not heavy hitting?
Heavy hitting is in the eye of the memory. Depends on what people remember, if it's heavy hitting or not.
All right, well, we'll take a look and see what the chat has to say about it. Remember, this is an interactive show. We like to have your guys' input. The reason we are running a little bit late, we had something come up, kind of an emergency situation, but I guess we are taking care of that now. So Esther is going to be just out for just a little bit, but she'll be back joining us hopefully. Teresa, do we have any birthdays this week?
Yes, we got a few. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah,
Yes.
sure. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Today we have Yvonne Rogers, Josh Armstrong, and Maureen Maru. And all three of their birthdays are today. Happy birthday. And I also did a post in my group wishing them all a happy birthday. A few days ago, September 13th was Anthony Rogers' birthday. So happy belated. What's the date today? Oh yeah, happy belated birthday. Wait, no.
Yes,
got
a lot
of birthdays.
happy belated. Yes.
Belated. I'm sorry. I'm losing. Days are going too fast for me. We have an upcoming birthday in another week or so. Shamron Beth on September 23rd. And then September 24th, we have Polaris Bear. So happy birthday, early birthday to you guys. And that's it for September, but I'm sure when October comes, we'll have a lot more birthdays. Anybody in the group, if you have any in the chat, if you have anybody's birthdays in September, happy birthday. I don't know, Sandy or Brian, do you guys do any September birthdays?
Lisa's dad's birthday was, I think, 2 days ago.
Happy birthday. And then your dad's was a few weeks ago.
My dad's birthday was the 9th.
Yeah, happy belated birthday.
How about from the chat? Are there any birthdays out there in the chat? You know, Ed Hen, he was one of our early folks in the chat. Welcome, Ed. Welcome, Jeff Zanzibar. Good to have you back.
Yep, welcome, guys.
And I think Raleigh is here too.
Hey, Raleigh.
Welcome, Raleigh.
Hey, Raleigh. Welcome.
Raleigh said, I just turned 49 again. Oh, man. That's funny.
I wish I was in my 40s again.
Well, you know, 50 is the new 40, isn't it?
Yeah, I hope so.
I really hope so.
All right. So speaking of ancient stuff, Teresa has found something strange about Stonehenge recently. So apparently it's made from an indestructible stone. Is that right?
I didn't get to read much on it, but if you want to read it, go ahead. Do you have? Oh, because Sandy has the time.
Okay, you guys see that?
Yeah, why don't you read the presentation I worked on?
Oh, thank you, Sandy. Beautiful. Oh, Brian, zoom in, please. There you go. Right there's perfect. I found something strange about Stonehenge recently. It's made from an indestructible stone. I thought this was a good find.
I also thought Stonehenge was 2 words. Maybe not.
Yeah, me too. Okay. Next, please. Zoom in. The indestructible stones of Stonehenge are sarsen. Sarsen is just an old term for sandstone, but sarsen stone. But these are special because of their structure. 99% quartz with crystals in a very dense lattice pattern, which is what makes these stones indestructible. And this is new
Wow.
to me. I don't know. Is it new to you guys?
It is
Yeah.
new to me.
New to me.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. the stones are sarsen and bluestone stones. Yeah, say that 3 times. The bluestone seems to be warmer on thermal imagery. Oh wow!
Yeah, it's just
Thank you,
something weird I came across.
Thank you, Sandy. Oh my God!
No problem.
And wasn't
Wow.
it last week? Wasn't it last week we were talking about this place in Peru that these stones were like laser cut? It seemed, and
Yes, yes. They were cut down the middle or something, wasn't it, Sandy?
No, they were
You
cut
made
so
the
precisely that coin couldn't even fit into the slots.
yeah. There has also been a new discovery at Stonehenge. Archaeologists have discovered 20 plus huge prehistoric shafts that are 10 meters long and 5 meters deep, circling Stonehenge.
is it
Wow.
possible that was like an early hadron collider? Maybe.
No, I'm going to tell you what
Wow.
it is on the next slide.
Wow. Archaeologists believe these shafts were meant to guide people to the site and serve as a warning to unwanted people to stay away. Oh, wow. Look at the circle.
I see that. Not exactly a perfect circle, is it?
No, there are
No.
multiple shafts forming a circle. So there's like
Oh,
20 plus shafts that go all the way around Stonehenge.
Oh, wow.
oh, wow.
Next.
That's interesting. So maybe they built Knight Rider out of this stone. You know, Kit was indestructible.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That's true.
Um,
Oh, what happened?
let's see. Next one.
That was
Which
it?
one? That was it on that one. Which one?
Oh,
Why don't you do yours, Brian?
yeah, Brian, do yours.
I feel weird giving myself credit for something.
I can read it for you if you like.
If you want to.
Okay, bring it up and I'll read it for you. No problem. So the next one we're going to show is Brian McFarlane's find, and I'll go ahead and present it. That's okay. All right, and don't forget to zoom in for me. Credit goes to Brian McFarlane. Tina Turner. What's love got to do with it? What's love got to do with it? Multiple words.
No, just what's love got to, and then the multiple
Oh,
words. You're going to say the whole song sentence.
Okay, Teresa, you know this song?
Yeah, kind
What
of.
about? Hang on. What about? Is Esther back yet?
No, not yet.
I
But wait,
don't.
let me say something really quick. Chat. Here's what you're answering in the chat. What's love got to? Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken? So
It isn't
everything in between.
in between.
Yeah, the blank is everything in between.
Oh, this
What's
one.
love got
Yes.
to blank?
You need
What's love but a second-hand emotion?
I gotcha. You want all the words.
Yeah, I want all
We
the
def-
words in between that and what's love but a second-hand emotion, actually. Not the hard
Okay.
one,
I
but second-hand emotion.
okay, I'm with you. Raleigh says that Columbia River Stonehenge is it's changed shape. How has it changed shape, Raleigh? You said
yes,
Columbia.
Columbia River Stonehenge.
How's it changed, Raleigh? If he brings it up, show it, okay? See if he says something.
We have an answer in the chat.
Oh, we do? Let me
Jet
go look.
Zanzibar says, "What's love got to do? Got to do with it." And High Pocket says, "Do with us."
Brian, please go in the private chat. There's a message for you and Sandy, the private chat. StreamYard.
Okay.
If you want to go in there too, Sandy.
Oh wow.
Yeah, do you see it?
Okay, I see it. Yeah, we're praying. We're praying for you, Esther.
Yes, we are.
All right.
Okay. All right.
She's mentioned the biblical name.
Yeah, please, guys, pray for Esther and her family.
Oh my God. Definitely. So what are we going to show next? Oh no, we're
still showing this one.
We're waiting.
I'm sorry. Let's go look in the chat.
We have two messages from the chat so far, or answers. We have one from Jeff. Says, "You got to do with it."
You got.
Hey Brian, I'll take care of the chat. You need to leave the graphic up so they know what they're looking at. So
Okay,
people just joining us.
I know. I just wanted to share the text.
Raleigh said he's going to come back in 30 minutes. He said he'll be back in 30 minutes.
Okay, because we can't move on until you guys give us an answer of what you remember.
Yeah.
All right, Raleigh. See you soon.
Okay. See you soon, Raleigh. We're not getting any response to Sandy.
I know. That's because there's like 10 lurkers. And only 3 people
All right, you
in the chat.
All right, all you lurkers, speak up. Forever hold your peace.
No, don't say that, because they'll choose to forever hold their peace.
Okay, don't hold your peace then.
Don't hold your peace. Speak up.
No holding.
Oh my goodness. Well,
oh my goodness,
it's up to you. If you want to move on, it's up to you.
All right, so let's move on.
Sorry, I'm stuck. Yeah, we better move on quickly.
Okay, so Sandy, you read this one.
All right. Yeah. The current reality above is what I remember. But Brian remembers what's love got to do with it, got to do with it. The current reality is what's love got to do, got to do with it. So I remember the current reality. Brian remembers with it repeating. Got to do with it, got to do with it.
Yeah, I don't remember what's love got to do with it. I remember her saying, "What's love got to do with it? Got to do with it."
And there's residue.
Right. There's the strange thing is, yes, there's residue. So it's not just me remembering it wrong. Residue here for what's love got to do with it? Got to do with it. Anyone else in the chat remembering the same thing I do?
Not yet. No, not different verses. It doesn't sing it. It's not that way all throughout the entire song.
Yeah, there's tons of residue, you guys. That was nice of you, Sandy, to gather the residue, even though this one doesn't resonate with you.
It's no problem. Not later in the song.
What?
They're all saying later in the song, maybe. It's always what's love got to do with it.
That's so weird to me. You know, it sounds so foreign.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I'm going to take a pick here. What's next? Let's talk about this one.
Teresa. Before she falls asleep, she said.
Yeah, that's
okay.
I'm starting to I'm starting to, but I think I have a little more time. But yeah, go ahead and do mine first, because I can feel how I'm feeling. I mean, I can feel how I'm getting. I
Hello.
can't speak
Welcome,
English.
Chris O'Donnell. Hey, Esther.
I finally get to say hi. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
hear
you
Esther.
sound good. I found something the other day, and it kind of I love this candy, like,
Oh yeah.
but I think I'm not sure. I think it's changed. So maybe for you guys, it might not change, but I want to see what you guys remember, and also Brian and you and Sandy and Esther. I want to see what you guys remember. Famous candy company, Russell. I want to know if you remember what you remember it being called.
Hey, Teresa, the first answer in the chat is Stovers.
Wait, what?
No, my candy changed, Brian.
No, are you serious?
Yeah, it's the
Well, wait,
it's gone.
wait for more answers, guys.
There's
no.
something.
Stovers.
Wait, hold on.
Pie
Oh, no,
Pocket
Jeff.
says Stovers.
Oh my God!
Jeff Zanzibar says Stovers.
What do you? Okay, you know that famous candy, chocolate, Russell blank.
Brian, you're gonna freak out when you see it now. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
I'm seeing like a bunch of different Stovers here, but I remember Stover, but that's
So
weird.
do I. So do I. And so
This
does
is a good
9/11
one.
in the chat. Stover.
Yeah, I'm not with Teresa on this one, but I see a lot of Stovers in the chat, so it makes me think about it.
Uh-huh. What about you, Esther? What do you remember?
I remember it
Russell?
with an S.
Really?
Yeah, well, guess what? I'm with you too.
Russell Stovers?
Yeah, I got shocked. I'm like, where is it?
Oh, this is so weird.
Yeah. Look at it now.
Well, which one's the right one? Because the one on the bottom is right for me.
The current timeline is the top. I have the current memory.
Not you. I. Sandy.
Oh, you. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, Teresa.
I don't know if you heard me behind
What do you
Jeff.
remember, Sandy?
I say it right there, Teresa. You can read it. Go ahead.
I have the current memory, Russell Stover, but Teresa, that's me, remembers the candy as Russell Stover's. This one's really tripping me out. What do you think, Brian?
Stovers was like.
I know this one, and there's residue, right, Sandy?
There
I
is.
remember like Russell's
hard.
like stovetop stuffing, kind of like I was thinking of Stovers.
Yeah.
Like that's.
Yeah.
I remember it plural. I don't remember it being singular.
Wow. You know what?
Jeff Zanzibar says, I used to stock that candy and I saw it at Stovers all the time.
Oh my God. I am tripping out from this one, guys. Like, seriously. Oh,
Wait,
really?
what is it now?
Your mom? It's Stover now.
Now it is?
No, it's without the S.
No,
my mom says it's Russell Stovers with the S.
Yeah, tell her it's gone.
Right,
the S is gone.
Is that what you remember, Mom, or what is that?
I was thinking of apostrophe S.
Tell her it's gone.
Oh no, apostrophe S is still, that denotes ownership. Stovers with an S with no apostrophe would be the last name.
Apostrophe, wow.
Like if you have apostrophe S, that does still exist because this is Stover's special chocolate, as opposed to Russell Stover's created this chocolate company. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, Russell Stover Candy Company.
Right. Russell Stover's Candy Company. Russell Stover Candy Company. Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it, russellstover.com. So there's no S.
There's no S.
Right. And
but
here's,
you can find that was why it was hard to find residue, because it kept showing me apostrophe S. And that's not right. That wasn't what we were looking for.
And Sandy found some awesome residue without the ownership of Russell Stover's, which is the way that I remember it, without the apostrophe showing ownership.
I checked Tunahira.
Well, it didn't have an apostrophe. It was just with an S.
On YouTube is with an S. on Google search.
Stover, I type, yes.
Stover without the.
Welcome, guys.
My mom says it might have had the apostrophe.
Well, if it was no apostrophe, wouldn't be in the name unless it was like an ad, like Russell Stover's 12-piece assortment. You know what I'm saying? Like that would have an apostrophe.
Yep. We got lots of new. You want me to do a shout out later on? We got some new people.
I have Russell Stover here.
Russell Stover?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's what it is now. I remember Russell Stover. That's why I'm not with you guys on this one. But I'm still
No,
like,
Brian.
I'm not either. I remember Stover.
Oh, no.
So we're 50-50 tonight.
Oh, man.
Well, but look at the residue, guys.
I don't know what's going on with that kid's face. It looks creepy.
He ate too much chocolate. Maybe he's sick.
Too much toner. Yeah. Yeah, I do remember it with an S because I used to buy it. Like they always did like buy one, get one free every Christmas.
Yeah. And if you remember, Sears used to get the huge box in it. Didn't they have like a good sale on it? It was like a huge box.
Teresa, didn't you and I walk through Walmart or something like that? Didn't we like look at all the candies? I thought we did. I feel like you remember I started tracing logos a while back?
Yeah.
And I feel like I came across this one.
I don't know, Brian. We'd have to check.
To me, it was always Stover.
Yeah. I remember Stover's. Sorry.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Once again, our timelines are merging. You know. So, yeah, that one kind of freaked me out a little bit because I love box candy because you never know what you're going to get. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
So,
Did you guys by chance see the private chat?
yeah, let me go look.
Oh, your dad's. What do you want? Wait, you want to talk about that?
Oh, yeah, it was just real quick about my dad was saying a prayer because of what's going on, and my dad started it off with saying, "If 2 or 3 are gathered in my name," and I'm like, that doesn't say that anymore.
Oh,
It says if 2 or was it many or something or like I can't even remember what it says now, but it's not. It doesn't say 2 or 3 are gathered anymore. And it's like, it's just so weird. I'm like, yep, my dad remembers it the old way.
Oh, wow.
It's the one that Jesus says, "There I am in the midst." When two or more are gathered in my name, there I am in the midst of them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my dad remembers it 2 or 3. And he only reads King James. That's it. He refuses to read any other version. So it's not like he remembers a different version. He refuses to listen to any other version. And that's one he memorized. So I just
this is one of those times like I should have recorded the priest talking because he said he actually said it word for word just like I just said it. If 2 or more are gathered in my name, there I am in the midst of them.
Oh, wow, guys. Jeff Zanzibar says he used to stock that candy, and I saw it at Stover's all the time.
Yeah, I said that. And your freedom.
Wow.
Your freedom is an illusion, said Stover's time too. My wife agrees.
Wow. Well, it's nice to know I'm not alone. Okay, what am I reading here? Oh. Which moon do you remember in Starry Night? The famous painting by Vincent van Gogh.
1 or 2, guys.
Seeing this all over the place lately.
It changed for me, Esther. The painting. I don't know how much you know the painting, but it changed.
Esther?
Yeah.
While they're answering this, can you message me on Messenger? Are you able to?
Oh, yeah, I have my phone here.
Okay, message me that what your dad, exactly what happened, and I'll research it for next week. Like I'll put a presentation together.
Huh?
Hold on, let me get back here to messages.
She knows she's doing it. Okay, so Jeff Zanzibar says 2. Map 11,
Oh.
100% 2.
Oh, wow. Ow.
Sorry, my phone keeps going on. That's my family. They're all
It's
trying to.
understandable. Let her phone go off. It's okay. The moon is in the top right. Brian, are you able to zoom in on the images
Yeah.
so they can see the big yellow thing in the right on the right hand corners are the moon.
Yeah, you can see the difference.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if we're allowed to answer.
You are. You're allowed to answer.
I mean, I'm pretty positive it was number 1 because number 2 looks a little funny, but
Thank you.
number 2 does look odd.
I know.
Yeah.
That's
I'm gonna hide a comment, and I'm just gonna say one of the panel members is dealing with an emergency, so we're gonna let those voices happen tonight.
Teresa,
yeah.
I took art when I was in high school,
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to go with number 1. That's my final answer.
Thank you, Brian.
News Now Fort Worth, welcome, says 1. Nadira
Wow.
Fluker says 2. Maddie says 1.
Wow.
Hello.
Oh, well.
Just remember, guys, you're going by your memory. You're not going and looking and seeing what it is now. You're
Yeah,
going
no
by what you
cheating.
remember.
No cheating and going to look at the
Well, see.
painting. All right.
I'm turning down my notifications.
Okay. So should we do we have everybody who answered? Oh, are we going to wait another minute? What do you think?
No, number 1 just looks right because I actually had that picture just a little bit ago and I just got rid of it.
I agree with you 100%, Esther. It's 1 for me. And Sandy, you remember 1, and Brian, you're 1. Are we all?
Yeah, I'm a 1.
Okay.
Yesterday, somebody came in the store had that Starry Night on their shirt. I should have added a little bit closer.
Yep. Should we do the reveal?
Did we ask Brian what he remembered?
Brian, what do you remember? 1 or 2? Oh, Lord.
Well, I already said I remember 1.
You remember? So we're all in agreement on the chat here. Us.
I remember because it looked like a sun.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It looks like a moon, like a crescent moon in that one.
Yes. Yep. Exactly.
Val Zagarelli says I have it on my wall and it's 2. Maddie
Oh,
says
wow.
2 is dumb out of the question. Lennon Ryan says it's 2.
Okay.
Well, I have some history to back us up, so we can go on.
All right.
So
Next, please.
There must be a man's excuse, right?
There kind of is.
I have no memory of the crescent moon, and I completely agree. Oh, I completely agree with her. Is that you, Sandy?
Completely agrees with you. Yeah.
With me. It was a full moon in our past.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember the crescent moon, which is freaking me out looking at it.
I don't. Everything was rounded and had. I don't remember those sharp lines.
Yes.
Exactly. Maddie just says the stylized moon is not keeping with the theme of the work. Completely agree. Hi, Michael Fontaine. Both look wrong, says Mandanimal. I was just doing a quick Photoshop. So I just want to point out that the waning gibbous is the green, the full moon is the blue, and the waning crescent, which is very far from the full moon, is the red. Okay. Go ahead, Teresa.
History would agree with us.
Two.
To the night that he painted it, the moon was waning gibbous. Am I saying that right? Gibbous?
Waning gibbous.
Yeah, oh, gibbous. Which, while not a full moon, is pretty close to it.
So the night that Van Gogh painted that painting, that he was looking at the sky, the moon was waning gibbous, which is way closer to a full moon than it is a crescent.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
I remember having a slight discoloration in the sun, but it wasn't like, or the moon, but it wasn't like it had like two tones, but it didn't look like a crescent moon. That's
Well,
what I
like I said,
remember.
I just quickly filled it in. That was all.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah,
So-
it still was a circle. It just had like a little bit more color, which obviously
Yeah.
it's hard to replicate in a Photoshop thing.
yeah.
Because I mean, this is Vincent Van Gogh here.
So Sandy found a man excuse, and now they claim that he painted everything accurately except the moon, only the moon. He took artistic liberty and chose a waning crescent.
Okay.
Yeah,
He knew
this
what he
doesn't make no
saw.
sense.
So,
Doesn't make no sense.
especially, I mean, the way that he would paint, like he would want the colors to pop and explode off the page. Why would he
Yeah.
want crescent moon?
True.
And that just, yeah, what I can't remember his name now. But you said that it didn't go with his theme of work, and that actually doesn't.
Yeah, that's the thing that's bothering me the most. Oh, have a good night, News Now, Fort Worth. Thanks for stopping in.
Yes, thank you.
I
All right.
could not figure out what GTG meant. Thank you for clarifying, Sandy.
No problem.
I think it means good to go, don't it?
Got to go.
So got
but
to
yeah.
go.
Oh,
Yeah.
got to go. Okay. Next, Brian, or I.
Yeah,
Oh,
Brian,
go ahead. Next, Brian.
So
And-
here is the current reality.
Yep.
It looks so strange.
Uh,
I find it weird that tattoos and cakes and stuff are going out of their way to put that crescent moon separate. That's weird to me.
Yep, me too.
Like, hey, check out the moon.
Yeah, it is
This
so
is odd.
democratic. Remember, it's Colin Van Gogh. Yes. My sister picks on me for saying Van Gogh now. It's like, well, I'm sorry. I just like to pronounce it that way now.
Really, I call him Van Gogh.
Yeah, he was said Van Gogh, but then since
No,
I love
I
Doctor
say-
Who,
I
they
say-
have a whole
No, I
episode
say
with
Van Gogh.
Van Gogh. Yeah, I would say Van Gogh now because they, like I said, I love Doctor Who, and they did a whole episode surrounding with Van Gogh, and like the whole thing, and that's how they pronounce it the whole show because they
That's
actually met
weird.
him, so
Well, yeah,
now
because
it's
like
always-
Mandela says, the Brits call him Van Gogh.
yeah, that's how I pronounce it now. I guess technically, I think that's actually how you pronounce it, but we pronounce it differently over here in America.
Yep.
So here's some residue. Everyone here is remembering a disc-like moon.
Hmm.
Now, this is interesting. This is a puzzle, a very expensive puzzle. And at the bottom, it describes the tile with golden full moon for Starry Night.
That's not a golden full moon. Let's see if I can find some residue on this site. I literally just got rid of my Van Gogh painting. I didn't think I'd need it. I literally just did on Saturday.
Oh my gosh.
Ah!
Vale says, I remember it being 1, but the print on my wall is 2. I've had it for 10 years.
Wow.
So here's some people who have tattooed on their body the wrong moon.
Oh.
The moon that we remember tattooed on them. And then the image below says photo of night sky near full moon. And at the bottom it says reminiscent of Starry Night
Oh,
with the full moon.
that's good residue, Sandy.
Thank you.
Really
Yeah.
good residue. Man, you guys are good at that.
Thank
All right,
you.
so let's see. What's next, Sandy?
We try. Is there any more Teresa's? Or did you get them all?
Let's see.
Let's have it.
No, did you do her Tina Turner last week? No, you didn't. Did you?
You talking about the primary one?
Yeah,
Yeah, I did that one.
you did.
Wait.
Okay.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
That looks weird.
Oh, is this like an insurance or something? Or hang on, it's this company, like the one that's like a rock.
Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah, I'd ask what the company name is. All right, guys. What is the name of this well-known investment insurance and annuities company whose ads and logo feature and reference The Rock? Like a lot of the commercials in the 80s and 90s would show people like a family or a couple, like in random places, the city or just
Yeah,
anywhere.
they were also a real estate company.
Yeah, also real estate. And the Rock of Gibraltar would just sail into the frame. They could be in the city, and there's the Rock of Gibraltar. What
Titanic.
company is this? So already in the chat, we got 50-50. We have Jeff Zanzibar with The Prudential. Val Zagarelli says Prudential. High Pockets says Prudential. Mandanimal comes in with Titanic Iceberg. Oh, Maddie says Prudential, The Rock.
See, for some reason, I was thinking it was Fidelity because I have another place up here that's very similar to that. Fidelity Insurance
Yeah, I've
has
heard
a
of
similar
Fidelity.
thing. Yeah.
I am taking a screenshot because I've never heard of that movie, and I'm now going to check it out. Michael Fontaine says, isn't there a movie about his paintings, all animated movie? And Maddie replies, Shifty Night. What a name. So I'm going to have to check that out. So
Oh, I thought he was just picking on
Chris
the thing.
McDonald. I'm sorry. Go on. What'd you say, Esther?
Oh, I thought Shifty Night was just like picking on the name because like it shifted, in the night.
That's what I thought too, but then I saw Michael Fontaine's question, so I thought they were related.
Oh, yes.
Chris McDonald says Prudential. Maddie says Fidelity is a pyramid.
I wouldn't be able to say 100% either way because I say it looked kind of familiar, but it's not like in my area. It's not. I don't watch TV.
They had black noses.
Okay, yeah. Rich Fasanic, welcome, says Prudential. All right, panel, chime in. Esther already chimed in. She can't say.
I remember Prudential.
What about you, Teresa?
I mean, I know it's there in my memory. It's just not coming back to me.
Okay. Teresa?
State Farm, 2 words or 1 word.
State Farm
Teresa,
is
are
2
you
words.
there?
Did we lose Teresa?
No, I'm
No.
here. What was the question about the rock?
What company do you remember? What's the name?
Mutual? No. Prudential?
Michael Fontaine said, I always knew it as Prudential. Then in 1993
Prudential.
or so, I used to help clean this with my mom, and she called it Prudential Bosch. We're going to get to that too. Hey, Captain Kirk. Jerry Shirtleff, welcome, says Prudential. Mandanimal says, I remember the Prudential and plain Prudential later. Welcome, Burgos. Captain Kirk says Prudential. All right, we can move on, Brian. Chad is 50-50. No, it's more Prudential than not, but I remember Prudential as well. This is shifty, guys. It's not just like cut and dry, black and white. We got a lot going on here. So the problem with this company has to do with our past memories, not the current day name, which is what I've only known the company as, Prudential or Prudential Financial. Currently, it is just Prudential. So for those that remember the Prudential, there might be a shock to you that it's Prudential now. And have you ever heard of the Prudential? Some of you have, but for me, I'd never heard of it with the. It's one word, number one. It's not two words. The and Prudential, there's no space. And when it's the Prudential, there's no dot on the I, which is really weird.
You telling me it's always been the Prudential?
No, it's not. This is not black and white, Brian. This is not always. We're going to get to the years in a minute. So, I have never heard it called Prudential. But this is the name of the company used from 1860 through 1977. So 117 years. It was the Prudential. Brian, I can't read it. You're too close. In 1977, someone decided to drop the from the name. And we see that a lot with the Mandela effect, where someone at the company will fix it.
Oh, it's weird with no I, like the no dot on the I. That just looks wrong.
Yeah, I know. It's not right. But this isn't just it. It's not just this. There's more. Keep going, Brian.
Yeah, it always had the dot on the I. I remember. And hold on, the R and the U is merged there.
Right. Well, we already talked about that, but let me see the top, Brian. Don't zoom until I read. But in 1984, they changed it back. So again, the first 117 years of the company, and then also 1984 through 1996, the years that I noticed it on television, when I saw those commercials, when I would have learned of this company and seen the rock ads on TV, the company was only known as the Prudential. And I've never heard it as that. It was only Prudential.
Yeah, especially, yeah, exactly.
Maddie
Yeah,
says, I'm PO'd.
It was always Prudential.
So from 1860 to 1977 and 1984 to 1996, over 120 years, I should have put it 20 there, it was the Prudential. In 1996, once again, the company again dropped the from the name and has been Prudential ever since. So twice, company executives switched it back to Prudential, the name that I've always known it as. Rich Fasanik's mind is blown times 4.
I'm floored too.
So this is definitely a Mandela effect for me. I should have heard of it as the, but I never had before this week. Have you guys ever known about this too? Let's get into the residue. Look at the T and the I in that Prudential, and the R and the U's merged too. That's a really old book. So here is current reality, not current reality. This is when it was the Prudential, I'm sorry. Captain Kirk said it would have cost millions to change names and logos. I know. And they did it twice. Chris McDonald says, never been the Prudential for me. I'm with you 100%. It is stocks and bonds. They do investing, they do insurance, they do realty, annuities, they do all sorts of stuff. They're a huge company.
Mm.
There's a lot going on here. We lost Teresa, Brian. Keep an eye out for her in the background.
Oh, yeah. I was looking at the pictures. Didn't even know she was gone.
Yeah. Brian, do you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just when she goes, I have to switch back away from the screen.
I'm
There we
here.
go. We got it.
I'm
She's
here.
back.
Yeah, barely.
Hey, Teresa. Welcome back.
Yeah, thank you.
Residue's coming up, guys. And I made sure to find residue of Prudential during the years that they claimed it was the Prudential. So here we go. Both ways immediately in the paper. We have condo owners sue Prudential, then the Prudential Insurance Company of America, and then throughout the rest of the article, just Prudential. And then we have the opposite below, where it's Prudential California Realty on the top, but underneath, it's all the Prudential. And
That's so weird to me.
yes, we see you, Raleigh. Welcome back. So here's more. Teresa found Prudential Tower, which should have been named the Prudential Tower because it was built in the 60s when it was the Prudential. But instead it's named Prudential Tower.
Exactly, Sandy. I thought that was a good one.
The guy on the bottom doesn't know where he works, apparently. Because he claims he works for Prudential Life Insurance, not the Prudential. Again, all of these articles are from the years that it was the Prudential. Here's an ad for Prudential Insurance, but it says the Prudential on the paper.
Hmm. Maybe they just got tired of writing the.
1985 was in the, and they're Prudential Insurance Company of America.
When you put the in front of it, it just makes it sound like there's more to the sentence. Like you didn't finish your sentence.
Yeah. I agree. Well, in the beginning, there was more. Like they used to always put the Prudential Insurance Company of America. They dropped that when they added realty, annuities, all the other divisions, and it was just Prudential. Well, the Prudential, but you know what I'm saying. I mean, again, these people are literally looking at the product they're selling, and they don't write the proper name.
Hmm.
Brian, do you want to allow curse words in the chat?
No.
All right. Sorry, Maddie.
What's going on? What happened?
It's just a curse. Raleigh, Teresa can't see anything. She's falling asleep. We do see your comments.
Let me go look. Hold on.
But Raleigh, we're not looking at the comments. We're looking. We have to explain what we're looking at on the screen.
Yeah.
So here we have the Prudential through the whole ad, but then it says, then he came up with a mutual fund to do the job with Prudential, not the Prudential. just Prudential in the end. Here's the Prudential Tower. I'm sorry, Prudential Tower. But then one of the nicknames for it is the Pru. Can Raleigh hear us? Because I'm saying, yes, we can see your comments. I'm just not focused on the chat when I'm presenting. I can't
And
look
Ross
at both
says
at
good
the
night.
same time.
He's saying good night now, Sandy.
Oh, good night, Riley.
Good night, Raleigh.
Good night.
Good night. Good night, Riley.
Thank you for stopping in twice. Okay, so Michael Fontaine mentioned this earlier, and I marked it in red because I'd never heard of this either. Prudential Insurance is in green, Prudential throughout the whole thing, but then it says Prudential dash, I was pronouncing it Botch, but Bosch Securities, never heard of that. There's the chairman
either.
of Prudential Insurance, even though it was the Prudential at the time. That's it. There's a ton of it. Like I said, you can see the years. 1993, we were in the Prudential timeline and lots of Prudentials.
Yeah, so it's not like it's any small amount of residue. There's so much out there for it. So this one we're going to say is a Mandela effect for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, there's surmountable evidence proof.
Never heard of Bach.
Let's talk about Egypt.
Okay.
How many of you guys remember Egypt having a rainbow? Hang on. Let me pull this up real quick. Okay. So why is it that rainbow or more colorful than usual locations keep popping up around the world? And Sandy says she's found more than 10 now, including an entire rainbow island, which is edible. The dirt is used as a spice.
That's what you're looking at in that image. That's the island of Hormuz in Iran. And it's got rainbow, so much rainbow. The whole place is rainbow. Even their houses are colorful rainbow colors. There's a crystal cave. There's all sorts of stuff on that island. That island is a magical place. And yeah, the dirt is literally a spice for them they cook with. But this one is not quite as colorful, but it still blows my mind. So located near the small village of Nuweiba, Egypt, and located about 200 miles from Cairo, we now have a vibrant colored canyon. Doesn't look vibrant there, but close up, it's more vibrant. Good night, Map11. It was good having you. We're glad you made the live stream too. The area of the Sinai Peninsula where the Colored Canyon is located was once completely submerged under the Red Sea. As the waters receded, they carved the sandstone into many shapes and left behind a canyon about a half-mile long and 100 feet deep, with walls that can be as high as 14 stories tall. Very much like other canyons. Oh, let me just explain the pictures. That's the same photograph taken at different times. Very much like other canyons I've covered, the light or lack of light can play an integral part in the appearance and range of colors in the canyon. Sandstone has its ability to color shift depending on like if it's overcast, if it's bright and sunny, if it's sunset. The stones can look different colors depending on lighting conditions.
Is that a man's excuse?
No, that's what actually happens.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so like bright sunlight would be the top photo, sunset would be the bottom. It also has this great eye of the colored canyon. It's stone formation with different colored sediment deposits that make an eye. But some areas of the canyon have different deposits in the stone that are different colors as well. Welcome, Tommy Apples. All right, Michael Fontaine. Yep, see you soon. So here's some images. Now, a lot of these were color enhanced. I dialed them back to a natural looking status, but they could still be a little enhanced. I tried my best.
Yeah, the one on the bottom right kind of reminds me of sand art. You know, if you've ever done sand art before.
Yeah. But you see the stripes, the banding. There's different deposits, different colors.
Oh.
There's water in this canyon. It's beautiful green water. Some of the rock formations are crazy. But do you see the color variance? With yellows, oranges, reds, purples.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
It just depends on the lighting.
I do find it odd how like there is more rainbow colors. Like I've even noticed like glass, if it hit it just right, more rainbows popping out of the glass.
There's something I was going to cover that's similar to that. I found a new rainbow.
Yeah.
But I didn't get the presentation done because I was working on trees and stuff.
That's beautiful. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
It looks like a lazy river.
It does.
Oh.
I don't think it's radioactive. It could. I mean, anything's possible, but I don't think so. There's people swimming in that water. I hope not. So where they're standing right now, you have pinks and purples, but then in the background you see yellows and tans. It's crazy.
Yeah, depending on the way. Huh?
I was gonna say, I remember like around the time that we had started talking about all of this new rainbow things, like the rainbow swamps and the rainbow trees and all of the weird rainbow stuff. And I was watching a show that I've watched many, many times, and it has this guy sitting in a glass box. He's in a courtroom, and they have like this glass box around him. And I when I first started watching it, it was fine. It was just regular glass. And then I watched it around the time, like I said, we have all these new rainbow things. I noticed that the glass now had a really bright rainbow effect to it, right where the seams were, where the light would hit it. And I'm like, I'd never seen that before. And I'd seen the show many times before. Like it's an entire season of him sitting in this glass box. So, and they're like 45-minute episodes each. So it's like you're literally staring at this guy in this glass box for like 20 minutes an episode. And I'm like, how did I never see the rainbow on this glass before until after this rainbow stuff started showing up? All of a sudden I'm seeing rainbows there. Then I'm seeing at work, where we have glass. I'm like, there's just like rainbows popping out of glass everywhere. So It's just weird.
That is weird, but I believe it.
Yeah. That's like I'm not
Brian,
used to
stay
seeing
here. Don't go anywhere.
He's pretty.
Brian. Mm-hmm. Brian, before we go any further, Tommy Apple says, has anyone experienced interruptions when talking Mandela effect to non-affected people? For example, he's saying that, like, if you're trying to talk to a non-affected person, as you're trying to talk to them, you'll get an interruption, like a phone ringing. Has that ever happened to you guys?
I don't know if it has, because I don't really talk about it much because I get tired of being called crazy.
Yeah, I don't really talk to non-affected people much.
Yeah.
Brian, how about you?
No, I mean not. It may have happened a couple times in the past. Um, not so much now. I still talk to people about it when I can.
Interesting. I'll have to pay attention. I
I mean,
haven't like actually paid attention to that, so I'll try to focus on that. No one said that Captain Kirk wasn't welcome. I don't understand that. Wait, if Kirk is not welcome here, then I won't be back. Is this Raleigh again? It's RAII or LL 9K. Everyone's welcome. I don't know what's being said in the chat. Brian, can you go back? I didn't read it. Brian, I did not read.
Oh, sorry. I thought you read it.
No.
Yeah, I've been trying to figure out what's going on with the chat, and I
Yeah, we're
haven't
trying to figure
found
out what's going
anything.
on. I can't read my stuff and the chat at the same time.
I mean, unless it's only showing me the bare minimum, I'll have to go to actual YouTube.
It's known locally as Egypt's hidden gem. I just realized you put everything away, so I'm gonna wait.
Tommy says it's so often I feel there's supernatural stuff going on.
Raleigh, Captain Kirk is welcome. I don't understand what you're saying. Captain Kirk was in the chat. I don't understand.
Says it's so often I feel there's supernatural stuff.
Going.
I don't understand. Can Raleigh not see Captain Kirk? Because I can see both of them in the chat. I don't understand what Raleigh's saying. I see Raleigh.
I don't
see
understand
Raleigh's
either.
comments. I see Captain Kirk's comments, and I see Raleigh's other accounts comments. So I don't see what the problem is. It's known locally as Egypt's hidden gem. Nearby, also in the Sinai Desert, is another thing I've never heard of.
All right, next slide.
Yep.
By the way, I love these colors right here, Sandy. It reminds me of National Geographic.
Yeah, well, this isn't a real image. This is a photoshopped image. It was just pretty, so I threw it in there.
I like it.
Yeah, it's nice. Since 1980, the Sinai Desert has a quotations blue desert. But unlike the colored canyon, the color in this desert is completely man-made.
Oh, wow. It's like someone's painting rocks.
Yeah, it's exactly what they're doing. Created by Belgian artist Jean Varane, the Blue Desert is a work of art where stone boulders and a hillside are painted blue. I've never heard of this work of art in the desert. It's not small. You know, Maddie, I don't know. No, I would say no, but I'm also not very good at math.
I love math.
We need someone who loves math to find in the Mandela community to see if there's math Mandela effects.
I love math, but I don't know much about like.
Wait, what are we talking about? Math Mandela effects?
Yeah, Maddie's asking if anyone's ever heard of a math Mandela.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, I just do the basic math. I do have to know how to add and subtract really well at my job, but I mean, past that, I don't really know much.
Yeah. In the 41 years since it was created, it has become a popular destination for photographers, tourists, and even the locals. And the red box, I don't know if you can zoom in, That stone totally looks like an alien face.
All right. So did you read this one, Sandy?
Yeah, but I asked if you could zoom in on the red square
Oh, on the red square.
because it looks like a face.
Kind of looks like a hunched over monkey or something. Like,
I was thinking it just reminded me kind of a an Egyptian version of the Easter Island statues. So here's more images of the. I mean, these things are huge. Why? I don't understand why you would take the time and the money, and it looks dangerous. How high some of these things are to paint.
yeah, it looked like you'd be putting yourself at risk, like sliding and falling to your death.
Exactly. You know, I have to agree with Jeff Zanzibar. Common Core math, total Mandela effect. That thing is horrible.
It's
Oh
the
my
worst
gosh.
thing. It's the worst thing ever invented for children.
Oh gosh, yes.
You know, my son used to come home crying. He didn't want to do his homework. He'd slam his hands down on the desk and just give up. I don't like that kind of math.
Neither do I. Any subject that makes a kid want to give up is bad.
And the tests they have are nothing like the questions they receive, like during the homework.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, there was one thing that they had asked. It wasn't a math thing, it was a science thing. And they said which one's fact and which one is your opinion, and the opinions were facts and facts are opinions.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, it said, what is the fact out of this sentence that the deepest part of the ocean is black, or monsters look ugly? And the ugly part was the fact, even though the ocean, that being deep, was like basically pitch black.
Oh
It's
my
like,
gosh,
you
I
can
can't.
prove that's black.
That's horrible.
You can't prove that monsters or like fish are ugly or monsters or whatever, because some people might think they're cute. That's
Right.
an opinion. It's like
Like
that's not,
Monsters Inc. monsters.
yeah. It's like black is black. You know,
Mhm.
you literally can judge how dark and deep. You know, the deeper you go, the darker it gets. That's fact.
Mhm.
Not do the fish at the bottom of the ocean look like monsters and are ugly. That's not fact. That's
Right.
a matter of your opinion.
Brian, is Teresa in the background?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Is Teresa in the background?
I am
Let me
trying
see.
so hard. Why?
No, she must have stepped off. Maybe she's tired.
Maybe.
I'm trying to turn down all my notifications. Yeah. I can't.
All right,
shut them off.
guys. So this is this is like a local Mandela effect. It's a personal Mandela effect for me, but it is a place that is known outside of Philadelphia. I want to share it. Do you know the name of this place? Philadelphia blank Gardens. The blank starts with an M. If you saw this on Monday, don't give it away. Answer what you remember. If you don't remember it, it's okay. Philadelphia blank Gardens. Does anyone know this place?
Unfortunately, I don't really know much about.
I wish I knew. The only thing I know about Philadelphia is, well, that's
Cream
close
cheesecake.
to where you live, Sandy, and I know Rocky Balboa. You know, he's from there, the fictional character.
Mm-hmm.
All I can think of is
I
cheesecake.
like the cream cheese. Cream cheese.
The cream cheese is not made here. It's made up near Fizzy in New York.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And Philly cheesesteaks, which I'm not
Philly
really into
cheesesteaks.
cheesesteaks that much. I mean, even if they take off the onions, that would be fine.
That
I
would
can't
be
do
cool. Scrotus says Philadelphia Monster Gardens. But Jeff Zanzibar says Mosaic Gardens. I visited Philly many times when I lived in New Jersey. And Maddie says, what's a Philadelphia?
Yeah, I mean, I've been through New Jersey many times, but I never stopped in any like tourist areas or anything.
And this is definitely a tourist area. This place is located on South Street.
I can say, I've been to Pennsylvania. The only tourist thing that we went to in Pennsylvania was Hershey's Park, and that was it.
But you mean Hershey Park?
Yeah, it wasn't even the park. It was just the ride that we go on. Yeah, I know. It's weird.
Yeah, you're reminding me of my Hershey bars. They messed with my Hershey bars and they renamed them to Hershey's.
But the park is still Hershey Park.
Hershey's chocolate, Hershey's chocolate. I don't even remember the song. It was not Hershey chocolate. It was Hershey's with an S for the song. So I don't even have a clue what it is anymore because so many things flip flop and change so much that I'm losing. It's almost like you start losing the grip on just like what you know is real because everything keeps changing so stinking much that it's like I don't remember anymore.
But do you remember there was a while there, and I don't see this very much anymore, but we were getting rocked one after the other. Every single Mandela effect like was thrown at us in these commercials, like these company logos, whether they changed or their slogan changed. It was just one after the other, like,
Yeah.
you know.
I feel like
That's my life every day.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where like I like
Really, Sandy?
like I may not always notice everything, but you guys pick up on it. I'm like, so I was
I
saying
said that's still my life every day.
How do you deal with it?
I make graphics and tell the world.
yeah.
Yes, Richard Sanic pointed out to us a while ago that Hershey Park is now one word. We covered that on Brian's show before Brian took a break because of Rich. Rich found that. So I have only ever known this place as Philadelphia Mosaic Gardens. And see, Jeff Santabar says, I wouldn't recommend stopping in. It sucks. It depends on what you think. I don't know. See, I think it's kind of cool. I especially like when he uses the mirrors. When he uses mirror, and I'm going to have an image coming up with the mirror, with a lot of mirrors. I really like it. But environmental artist Isaiah Zadar made it his life mission to beautify the streets of Philly by using mirrors, bottles, tiles, even bicycle wheels to decorate buildings, sidewalks, and tunnels.
So the Mandela effect has to do with the name of this place?
Yeah, I'm going to get to that. You can see his work on businesses and private homes throughout Philadelphia, but it's the garden he made to honor his relationship with his wife, Julia, that has made his work famous. I don't know. I've never seen my roof, Captain Kirk. It's a flat top, tar-covered roof. I can't get up to my roof. But I will say that the Philadelphia Art Museum's roof has turned blue. Has Captain Kirk is asking, has anyone's roof turned purple?
Didn't somebody say that last? Yeah, Captain Kirk. Didn't you say that last week? Your childhood home.
Yeah, he's saying sorry to bring it up again.
Yeah, I do remember that before I fell asleep and accidentally started hitting buttons. I felt so bad for that. I was like, I rarely fall asleep like that. So. Maybe we did go through there. I thought so.
Next slide. Did we lose Sandy?
Oh, yes, we did. Just realized that.
Okay, we got her back. Hey, Sandy.
Hey, so if you go back so I can read it. It
Oh,
it's not on my
that's
screen yet.
that's the part we
There
were
we
at.
go.
Hi,
Yeah,
Lemon.
it was Mosaic Gardens in my past. Oh no, you're right. You were right. Stay back. His art is entirely mosaics. The garden dedicated to his wife has now always been Philadelphia Magic Gardens, but it was Mosaic Gardens my whole life.
Magic. That makes it's like Disney magic or something now.
Yeah, it was 1000% Mosaic in my past.
I know
Thanks for letting me know.
Mosaic Garden sounds familiar, like I've heard it before, but I'm not sure if that's related to that specific. And maybe
No,
just
not
because I
here.
hear of Mosaic Gardens a lot, like that's something that people do. So it's possible.
Tommy Apple says Mosaic Gardens, magic my foot.
I would say for the name, Mosaic does make way more sense than magic.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing really magic happening here. It's all mosaics.
Yeah.
I have no idea what's happening. Brian, go to the chat for a second. I have no idea what the heck's going on. There's a message directly to you from Hal 9000.
Hal 9000 says, "Hey Brian, and I just speak to Brian. It is my thought the Mandela effect will be revealed, and the who, what, why of this phenomenon. Kirk and I have found it biblical. So ban C. Clark, and then just ban
Yep.
me too. What?
He said, so ban Captain Kirk and then just ban me too. Why? Like this, I don't understand what's happening in the chat. We're not going to ban people. Like, this is just dumb. I don't understand. I don't. That's what I said. I don't understand what's happening in
And
the
then
chat.
I come
Between
down
Raleigh,
here,
Captain Kirk, and now Hal 9000. I don't get it.
Hal 9000, what we need.
Oh, Hal 9000's Raleigh. So Raleigh
Okay,
keeps saying that to ban us and then leaves. I don't understand.
It's mutiny.
what we need in more Mandela effect conventions, like several I've attended worldwide. Forward that to Brian, you rude co-host. What's he talking about?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
Apparently, we're rude because we are trying to present stuff. I don't understand. I keep telling Raleigh we see all the
can
comments.
somebody has a wrench, I guess, police that up a little bit? Because we're trying to
You
have a
want
show
me to-
where I'm trying to end the show in like the next 10 minutes or less, actually, like probably 5 minutes. We're trying to wrap it up.
Okay.
So there's residue, right? Philadelphia Mosaic Gardens, right
There's
there.
a ton of residue. Yeah.
The Mosaic Gardens in Philadelphia.
I will say one thing real quick. I just see that people are saying about the chat. We do actually care about the chat because it is a way to be able to. That's the whole point of doing a live show, is so you guys can comment and you guys can answer back. So it is very helpful to have your comments. We just don't always see them, and as soon as you guys type them, sometimes it takes us a couple minutes to catch up to the chat. So if you guys comment something and we don't say something right away, it's not that we're ignoring you. We're just trying to focus on what we're doing, and then we will try our best to get back to you in the chat.
Yeah.
We are definitely
Yes.
not trying to ignore the chat. That's very important. That's why we have live shows, or that's why Brian has live shows, so you guys can contact and talk to us and tell us.
That's right. That's right.
So I mean, we do not want to step on you guys at all, because you guys are very important. I've been in the chat and I know how important it is feel as though you've been heard, because we do care very much about your opinions and what you have to say.
Yes. Very well said, Esther.
Thank you.
So I'm just going to kind of flip through some of these, if that's okay, Sandy, because we're winding down.
Explain. Yeah, let me
Huh?
just explain. A lot of like this is a commercial from the 90s, and you're looking at major merging happening in the 1990s on television.
That is a lot of merging, isn't it?
What is this
Broken
one?
letters.
Is that Northwest Airlines? Is that what that is?
It is. It is. This is the
Broken
1980s. Mhm.
Super
So
Soaker.
I don't remember the logo being merged like this. This is the 90s.
Yeah, that's weird. The Ranger with the RA,
And
Raw.
look at Safola.
double F, Safola merged.
And there's going to be two tonight merged like that. That's an ad. That's a paper ad from the 1980s, and with all the broken letters happening.
Sorry, that's
It's
a
Jello
weird
ad.
slogan.
It's
Yeah.
Jello.
Funny. If you
Now,
don't
I
know
used to
what
use-
it is, it's just.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now I use Salon Selectives. They're not merged, but I don't remember the S's lining up like this.
Vendetta.
V for Vendetta. The ETT is merged. The old Pantene Pro V that I used religiously. Look at how it's merged. The E and the N. Look at that.
Wow. Not to
The
mention
NE, I should say.
the apostrophe's gone over the E.
Yeah.
That's an old ME though.
This is the original Purina Puppy Chow logo. The first one. It said, the commercial said, introducing Puppy Chow.
Sandy, you forgot to
Revlon.
also note. Sandy, you forgot to note that the O is shaped weird.
Well, that's old.
Yeah,
I was
of
going to
course.
say, we already covered the O, but now the E and the V is merged. And strangely merged because it's a line on top of the E. It's weird. I'm not sure about the MES because it's like cursive, but the A and the M were definitely not merged. And then the image in the top left has lines. Do you see the lines?
I do.
Like it denotes where it was separate, but now it's connected.
That doesn't even fit with the rest of it. That A is like a normal A, and everything else is cursive.
Right. And then the A, I do not remember it merged like that. So I do remember Puritan Oil doesn't exist anymore. It's now part of I'm not like Crisco or something. It's part of something else. But it was discontinued in 1993, I believe, or 91. Look at the T. And the ad above, the E and the A is merged. The T was cut off in the very early 90s.
That was so weird.
It was not like that in my past. Same, Maddie. Same. Maddie says, I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
I like Mandani.
Mandani.
I don't want my dinner
Yeah,
to
I don't want my dinner to bounce.
Hey, so just
I've been giggling about that one for the last like 5 minutes.
I was just thinking like how our life is like a Twilight Zone and everything, and I'm very sad to say that Twilight Zone will not be returning to CBS All Access for season 3. That's a little sad.
Oh, I'm sorry, Brian. I know you love that show.
I love that show. Yeah.
So I had this CD, part of my, Columbia House subscription. I don't remember the Upside Down V's and Aaliyah.
Yeah, Aaliyah,
But
yeah.
it's there. Again, just like Safola, Royal Gelatin has that curly Q merging going on.
Oh my goodness.
That's a new thing I'm seeing.
Oh my word.
What?
Yes, Commonwealth Bank decided that their M's just go on forever. I can't with this bank. Guys, does anyone have Commonwealth Bank?
I don't know.
And in some images it's one word, in other images it's two words. So Jupiter Ascending, I don't remember that font like that at all. And the game I play, Homescapes, they're actually just they're not hiding it. It's a white sun. They just made a white sun. This is a 30s ad for Maxwell House, and it's merged. 1920s.
Wow.
Okay, so in both images we have 11s, but it's really apparent in Advil. The I is a 1, the L is a 1, it's an 11. We have merging with the D and the V, and I just realized it's literally a devil. Advil's literally a devil.
Man.
So here's some residue. Now we're at the green stuff. Here's some residue for her having a headband and not headphones on. Cinderella. Last Halloween, the top right, I covered the poison apple and Snow White. The drippy stuff that you see there is now blue. And I remember green, so this is residue. It's literally the blue color that's around that green apple right now. And some red bar residue for everyone. More red bar residue. But the best is the bottom image, Brian. We have the stars on top of the shield, but in the bottom corner, who remembers a flag on top of the Capitol building?
I remember the flag on top of the Capitol building.
Well, that Capitol building has a flag.
It's now an Indian statue.
It's a statue. It's actually a statue of the woman holding the shield in that image.
Oh, wow.
So maybe it's Mandela remembers this black and white stripe jail pattern going on, but it's always been orange or something. It's I don't know the exact Mandela effect, but it's no longer stripes, and she remembers stripes, so this is residue. Teresa found this game is now called Cootie, singular. We remember cooties. There's some residue. And all of these statues have a singular, it looks like runes on top, but as you can see behind him, there's a cobra. It's supposed to stand for the cobra. Singular. Residue of the hippo teeth that I found.
Oh,
Hippos
wow.
now have long tusks in their mouth.
Yeah, I thought that was really weird, Sandy, when I noticed a hippo.
Yeah. On the right, this is how I remember a giraffe. Now they have hair, a strip of hair, all down their neck and back that I don't remember. I don't remember the fur mane that sticks straight up on their back and neck. But that's residue of what I remember. And on the bottom, we have Victoria Secret, not Victoria's Secret.
Hey, it was a great show, you guys. Plenty of good residue. Yeah. Sandy does a lot of work putting these things together, and that's one of the reasons why sometimes we tend to delay getting on the show. But it was wonderful having you guys again, and we hope to see you next time. When is the next time, Sandy, you think we're doing a show?
Thank you, Tommy Apples. I don't know. You want to do one this weekend? You want to do a day show, or do you want to do one next week? It's up to you.
We could do one next week. Middle of the week would be good.
Sounds good to me. Guys, we really do appreciate you being here. And sometimes we don't get to Mandela effects in the chat. I screenshot them because one, we have to verify they're like look for residue, and two, if we have a lot of stuff to present, sometimes we don't have the time to stop and look at stuff that the chat is saying right then and there. So I screenshot it and we look into it for next week. So that could also be an issue, but we don't. If we stopped and just did what the chat was saying, we wouldn't get through the stuff
Yep.
that I worked so hard on that made us late to start the show to begin with. But yeah, because I'm literally doing everything for everybody. Like Teresa, I presented her stuff today. She didn't know half the stuff in the presentation because I had to research it. So I'm doing stuff for 2, 3, 4, 5 people a week. It's hard, it takes time.
Well, that's what you
And
do.
Esther just sent me something. Esther, did you want me to share that with everyone?
If you want to, you can either do it tonight or another night. I keep forgetting to send you the picture I found of the residue with Cinderella with the blue around the neck instead of the black.
Oh yes, please. I want to see that.
Yeah, it was from Big Bang Theory.
Oh yeah, one of my favorite shows.
So I was just like going through stuff and I happened to see it and I was like, I gotta screenshot that now. Yeah.
Oh, great find. So again, you want to point out what you saw in this?
Oh, that's double
picture?
residue.
Oh yes.
You also have red and white stripes on the sleeves. But go on, I'll explain in a minute.
Yeah, with
Explain
the Big
yours.
Bang Theory. Yeah, Lisa, I was just watching the obviously the video what it's about, and I was like, that is awesome. They showed the Disney princesses that they were dressed with the blue necked choker, I guess you would call it, and then I was wondering about her sleeves as well, with the multicolored, but I thought that was pretty
Here's the thing. Let me explain something. Her dress is looking white. And that's one of the Mandela effects that I found with Cinderella. If you watch Cinderella, when the Bippity Boppity Boo song happens and her dress changes from the rags to her ball gown's now white. It's not blue.
Yeah.
It's white.
It
and it
became
kind of looks like that
similar.
color white.
Yeah.
But the sleeves, I covered this a while ago. There's 3 realities on the sleeves. When I asked the chat, in case you guys missed it, it was completely split in the chat. 3 different realities. Current reality is red and the same color blue as the dress. Red and blue is the sleeves now. In my past, it was yellow sleeves with red accents. Or blue accents. My brain's not working. Blue. Yellow, blue. I can't even, I have to look. But now, it was yellow with red. And then my mom and a lot of other people in chat remember red and white. So, I don't know. There's 3 different realities on, you know what, Brian, let me just send you the graphics so you can show them. So I don't confuse everybody and tell them the wrong thing. Okay?
Okay.
I'll send you the one picture.
Okay.
Man, when did I cover this? I covered this on your show September 23rd, 2020. Oh, that was I did a reboot for you. That's when you came back. That's not when I covered it. Here's the image. I'm going to find when I covered it. I originally covered this July 30th, 2020.
Oh, yes.
Really? That
No,
long
I'm sorry. No, actually, it was October 30th, 2019. It was the first time I covered this.
I do remember it was a while ago.
Sandy, was this on my show?
Yes, we covered. That's what I
I mean,
said.
our show?
I originally covered this October 30th, 2019. Then I did a reboot for you. Then I covered it on Scarab Show July 27th, 2020. And then on your show September 23rd, 2020. I've covered this multiple times because this one
Really?
bothers me. In my past, it was yellow and red. Current reality is the blue and the red. And my mom and many others remember white with red. So even though the ratio of red to white is off, that's still residue because there's no blue in that sleeve. It's white and red. It's
I remember
residue for the
yellow.
people that remember the white. So 100% red and yellow for me. Her sleeves matched her skirt. And I agree with you 100%, Esther. The choker was blue for me, not black.
Yeah.
So it was good residue.
Yeah, I remember when my daughter went as Cinderella one year, and I remember with the black choker. I just thought it was weird, but I think we had already covered it, so I was like, well, it's black now, so I guess you're going to go with the black one. But yeah, I remember her dress being blue and only blue and not that white. It's almost like gray, like a silver color now, and it looks weird. I mean, it's really pretty, but I always remember it being a very light blue for Cinderella.
Guys, I don't understand how that could be a Mandela effect. Italian names always have a capital after DI. Like, they don't ever not have a capital.
Oh.
He's like, the V in Diva is a Mandela effect. I write it like that because my last name, Diva Nanzo.
Yeah.
Diva Nanzo. It's just that it's an E in my actual name.
So you're a
Sandy
real
died,
diva.
just didn't have a good sound to it. Huh?
I said, so you're a real diva.
I'm a real diva. Sandy Diva Nanzo, yeah. Brody Brodell remembers all of them. Oh, that's crazy. But that's probably because you've seen all of them.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember
There's
the white
residue
though.
of all of them.
I still feel a strong connection to the yellow though.
Yeah, yellow is the only one that I remember. The blue looks too dark. It's too dark. And it also, the crazy part is I sampled the color blue. The sleeves are that color blue compared to the bodice. They're not the same color blue. They're different blues. It's weird.
Yeah, that is.
All right. Well, we've run out of time for this evening, Sandy, and we keep finding these MEs. They keep popping up. If you guys want, you can Sandy, can they get in touch with you through email? Just send you some stuff.
Just keep in mind, I don't check my email often, so it could be a couple weeks before you see anything.
No.
And because I'm not kidding, I have about 40 folders. 40. I already have like 20 folders for Halloween. And then I have about 20 folders of stuff I haven't done graphics for, of my own stuff. Like I have so much stuff, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I believe it.
I already have a Halloween show planned. Huh?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh,
I don't see this stopping anytime soon.
no, and it's definitely
I don't
not
see this
really.
stopping.
It's not really slowing down either. But guys, keep your
No.
prayers again for Esther and her family. Please,
Yes, please.
look out for her. And have a great Mandela Effect night, everyone. God bless.
Yes.
See you next week, everyone. Good night.
Night.